Welcome to this Bulls Update, and we welcome in UB Swimming and Diving men's and women's head coach Andy Basher to talk about a good weekend for your women's swimming team and then some big meets coming up for both the women and the men. But we'll start with the women who come up with a big 185-112 win over Ohio. Hadn't beaten Ohio in about 8 years, so that was a significant accomplishment. What does that tell you about where your team is at right now?
Well, I just like the way we went out and competed and raced. I mean, we had a tough week of training leading into that, and they responded really well with some really fast swims, so I'm excited.
Because it's a MAC opponent, because it's a team that you hadn't beaten in a while, is there a little added significance to the victory?
Yeah, it's always good to beat another MAC team, you know, and it does. The MAC opponents just add a little bit more fire to the dual meet.
Right. Okay. A couple of outstanding performances we want to talk about from that meet. Megan Burns, a couple of victories in both 50 free and 100 free, and part of a winning relay team. Where's Megan's season at so far?
She's doing really well. I mean, those times the fastest she's ever been in season. You know, they're both NC2A B cuts, which she already had prior. In a previous meet, but I think she's in a really good spot.
And she was MAC Swimmer of the Week as well, too. Is
Yes.
she emerging, if not already, maybe she's already there as a little bit of a leader for your team as well, too?
Yeah, I think she's more of the quiet type, lead by example, you know. So, but yeah, she's just fun to watch.
Right.
Fun to watch compete.
All right, there you go. Also fun to watch was Holly Olson, who had a couple of victories as well.
Yeah, Holly's, you know, she's putting it all together this year. I mean, the past 2 months, 3 months, she's been just training like she's never had, you know, another level above before she's ever, you know, has done before, and it's really showing. I mean, she's doing times that she's been, you know, faster than what she was last year, you know, kind of shaved and tapered.
You've been coaching a long time. You've been analyzing athletes' performances for a long time. In a case like that with Holly, what was it that maybe added to that next level or changed or drove her a little harder?
You know, that'd be a great question for her, you know. I just think that she's just putting things, you know, pieces come together at different times, and the pieces are coming together this year, and it's just been great to watch. I mean, I think a great example for her, anytime we wanted to do something fast at the end of practice, she's the first one to raise her hand, first one wanting to see where she's at, and, you know, and you want to see that kind of aggressiveness, that kind of confidence.
Right. All right. We're talking about a big win over Ohio. You've got another big MAC meet coming up. You're going to go on the road. You're going to take on Toledo. That's your last MAC meet before you start getting into thinking about the MAC championships. What's the challenge from Toledo, and what do you want to try to get out of that meet?
I think for this, the challenge is going to be to be able to compete swimming and, you know, on the boards traveling. You know, it's always adds an extra thing. And your legs just a little bit different, and 5-hour bus ride there and everything. And so I want to see them step up to the challenge of being able to race and compete on the road.
All right, speaking of stepping up, we want to talk a little bit about the men's team as well, too, and stepping up is appropriate because you're going to step up to some pretty good competition. A bunch of Big Ten teams coming up on the men's schedule with meets at Ohio State. It's at Ohio State, but you're going to see Michigan, Ohio State, and West Virginia. That is a pretty significant step up, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I was very excited to be able to add this meet to the schedule last year because, I mean, these guys, you know, they're best in the country. I mean, these are top quality teams, and our guys are going to be exposed to a higher level of swimming than what they have been previously, and it's just going to be a great tune-up for the MAC meet.
Do you as a coach want to see how your guys will react to that? How, you know, they know they're facing one of the best teams in the country. They've got to elevate their game. Is that what you look for as a coach?
Yeah, you know, because that's what we're going to have to do at MACs. You know, and when everybody's ready to go, and in our conference, there's going to be times, you know, the guys are going to be swimming fast, just like the times at conference. And so it's going to be a really good test for them to step up and just see where they're at right now.
Are these the kind of meets and the level of competition that you would like to try to get your guys exposed to every year?
Yeah, you know, you always try to figure, you know, the schedule is always a tricky thing to figure out of, you know, especially having the men's and the women's team, and there's more women's teams in the MAC than there are the guys. And so been trying to, in the past, you know, try to get a caliber, you know, this type of caliber meet, and just hadn't worked out. So I'm really excited about it working out this year and going up against those guys.
All right, well, good luck there. Good luck to the women's team, and season's been outstanding so far. So keep up the good work, and we'll catch up with you a little later on in the year.
Thank you.
Andy Basher is the UB men's and women's swimming and diving head coach. We thank him for joining us, and we thank you as well for joining us for this Bulls Update.